Yo, what is going on, guys? All my MMO fans out there. I thought it was time again to kind of, look how Pantheon: The Rise of the Fallen is doing. This is one of the few games that I have in the back of my head, like just waiting, and I'm always kind of, I always have it on the back of my head, always thinking about it, and time to time come back and see if there's some news about it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like, I think this is the only MMORPG that I'm really kind of excited for. Like, more like low key, but I always think about it. And it's because I just hope they do it different, than a lot of the current MMOs. I played so many of them. Like, currently, tried out Shadowlands, World of Warcraft. I wouldn't have bought it, but I bought it because a friend of mine wanted to play it. And so I said, yeah, sure, let's level. It should be fun if we play together and stuff. But I just realized so much again how it's just not what I want. It is just not what I want. It's disgusting. I don't like it at all. And whenever I try to explain it to people who play WoW, they just don't seem to understand. But the weird thing is, like, when I look into classic WoW, I kind of get that feeling back. It's not just nostalgia. It's more like how the game was kind of more slow-paced, but it didn't make the game easier. It's always like one of those big debates when you look about the debate between the classic WoW people and the current WoW people. There's always this debate going on which one was harder. It's the dumbest question ever because they're so completely different, right? And I like the classic vanilla WoW aspect so much more than the current game, right? And it's just something that I miss. And I have a feeling that this game here is going to give me exactly that. That kind of thing that is missing from the current MMORPGs, right? Current MMORPGs remind me more of like a hack and slash kind of game. Like Diablo. Sure, Diablo was a great game to many people, but an MMORPG to me is something different. Like, when I look into the current WoW, and you just spam your abilities, you run into the world, you pull like 20 mobs, you can just kill them. It doesn't take any mana from you, you don't lose any life. It's more like just spam your abilities and that's it, There's no like sense of like danger and sense of like, I have to be careful what I do. And by seeing what I've seen so far from this game, I have really high hopes that this is going to change with this game. I don't think any other game that comes out nowadays is going to change like Pantheon will. And yes, they might not get like the biggest audience, right? It might not going to become a next WoW, but I think that people are looking for something like that. They're going to find it with this game. I'm almost certain. So before it gets too long in this video, let's talk about the races. I went on this website. I just realized that they actually kind of changed it up a bit. It looks really nice. And I kind of want to go over the races in this video. Kind of see what the text says, which ones I think I would maybe play. Maybe let me know in the comments down below which ones you guys kind of like, right? So let's go through this. Races of Terminus. Nearly a thousand years ago, the first of 9 races were brought to Terminus, an ancient planet ruled by Rock Nilthamus, the Dragon King. Bound together by the mystery of their arrival, the races broke apart after the War of Gods threatened their very existence. Now, after millennia of searching, the secrets of this world remain buried, like bones beneath skin. Alright, let's go. First we have the Archai here. Constructed as slaves suited to the deadliest of environments, Archai manifest their freedom in celebration and battle. That sounds pretty cool. Kind of looks like a bit of like a magical kind of race. Maybe this is the race you want to pick if you maybe go for a mage or something. I don't know. Can't really tell. I wish we had like 3D models. I know the game maybe isn't that far already, but the pictures look cool, but it kind of doesn't give me like... It gives me a bit of an idea what it is gonna be, but, looks cool. I like the text as well. Like, deadliest of environments. Maybe they have, like, a cool area in the game itself that is very crazy, like, punishing or something. I would love to talk more about the game itself, but today I want to make a video about the races. I might talk about different stuff in a different video. The Dark Mire or Dark Mire, I think it's Dark Mire, right? I think I heard it pronounced once before. A proud people with a majesty stained by blood. The host of Sironai's Rest struggle to escape the wounds in their hearts. That's pretty cool. The only thing that kind of turns me off, like the text, is like something that I say, hey, that could be my race. but those kind of like fishy ears and this. I'm not a big fan of like water races or like the water itself and like areas in a game with water. So that's the only thing that kind of turns me off a bit, like me personally, right? But the text sounds pretty cool. Dark Mirror, hey, who knows? Maybe I'll play one, but I don't know. Not my favorite so far. We have the classic dwarves. I always had so many friends who loved dwarves in games before. I'm not the dwarf kind of type. I'm more like an elf kind of type, you know? I love my night elves in games. I love the elves in Lord of the Rings. The dwarves, I can see why people like them, you know, having those fortresses in the mountains and all that kind of stuff, but I was never a big fan of the dwarves, so I don't think I'm going to play a dwarf. I'm pretty sure I won't, but let's see. Maybe the classes are, like, bound to the races, so I can't tell, but let's see what the text says. Champions of combat and mysticism. The dwarves of Kadasa are fiercely loyal to their kin and king. I love the loyalty of dwarves, though. It's something that I really, really like. But like I said, I was never a big fan of dwarves, but I know that many people out there are, so that's pretty cool. There's, like, a dwarf race. I see that they all have, like, this symbol, different symbols here. Maybe, like, the race symbol? That's pretty cool. Elves. Here we go, baby. The two branches of elvenkind seek to shelter their long-suffering people under the brilliance of the loosened tree. I love the idea of elves. So this is, like, really biased, right? But that's definitely one race that I might play. I can already tell. I just love the idea of elves, you know. Like those forests and trees and being one with nature. And it's kind of spiritual as well. I just love that. And that's definitely my favorite so far, man. I'm like an elf type of guy. So, yeah. The gnomes. This is very different from what you would expect if you hear, like, gnomes. Because I saw them in-game, too. And it looks more like an engineering kind of gnome. Like, or something of, like, a robotic gnome. Enigmatic and isolated within the floating keep of Skyhold. Gnomes are masters of the arcane and students of the peculiar. Wow, I'm glad I could actually pronounce that word. Looks cool. Looks cool. You know, maybe if you want to play a mage, you want to play a gnome. This is very mysterious to me, because when I hear gnomes, I know, wow, it's a different game. But, like, when I hear gnomes, you think of, like, small kind of people. Maybe they are small, but, you know, you kind of think about something else. So that's pretty cool. Definitely one of the favorites maybe as well, because it's kind of mysterious. But, yeah, we'll see. All right, next up, we have the Halflings, a fiery, youthful race filled with mirth, recklessness, and charm. The native exuberance of Halflings masks an ancient curse. They look kind of cool on this picture, not gonna lie. You can see that they have, like, pets and stuff in the background. Not sure if that's, like, a race-based thing or maybe a class-based thing in this game. But definitely looks cool. They look more like, also, like, some wooden kind of people, like in a forest and stuff, and that looks pretty cool. So I don't know. I wonder if all of them have, like, their own starting area as well. Man, I'm getting way too excited right now. I need to relax, okay? All right, cool. So definitely also a favorite for me. I like the symbol as well, resembling like of a tree or something. The elf symbol looks kind of weird, not that great, but I can see a tree up there actually. So definitely a favorite to me as well. I'm gonna tell you guys my top 3 probably at the end of this video. Then we have the humans. I mean, what else is there to say, man? Since the dawn of Thronefast 5 centuries ago, humans have stood at the pinnacle of influence, surviving threats against their walls and plots from within. Yeah, if you think about humans, you know, it's kind of sad that that's what I think of if I hear humans. It's like pride for sure, but like then also corruption, right? It's just such a human thing. And I don't know, I think like in some stories, the dwarves, no, dwarves are not corrupt. They're just really loyal and stuff, right? And greedy. But humans are always like this thing with corruption. It's just always a thing with humans, man. It kind of sucks that that's like our thing, right? But hey, not a big fan. I kind of like it, but like I said, if I play a fantasy game, I would probably not prefer to play a human, but not bad either. Not bad either. Then we have the... I almost wanted to say orcs, sorry. The ogres. Once a unified and victorious host, the 7 ogres clans look to a new breed of leaders to restore their heritage of military glory. Okay, like a military race, really strong and powerful, and like, okay. I don't know. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Also, never really liked the orcs that much. So I don't know. I think I saw some of them in some gameplay footage. They're like really tall, right? So yeah, I mean it's an ogre, but yeah, I mean if you like that stuff, I don't know. Not personally, probably not gonna be my favorite. And then we have the Scar. What the heck is this? I've never seen this picture before. Especially I think they changed the symbols as well. The Scar, laboring under the divine punishment of their 9 god. Scar torn between I can't even say that word. Hereditary bloodlust and cultural advancement. Yeah, okay, they look crazy. Not sure how they're gonna look in game because I saw some of them in game. I think that looks dangerous. Like I don't know. I'm not a guy who kind of like resembling some undead kind of thing. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. I was always more of like the good side in video games, or like in games where you had like a bad and a good side. But then again, I know that a lot of people like the bad side kind of. I don't know if you know if there's like a good and a bad side in this game. If there's like fractions in this game, sorry, factions. I'm not sure. Like we'll see, but not my favorite. Future races. As Terminus expands, discover new races. Wait, are there more races? Pledge to help build Pantheon. Okay, I think those are the races they have so far, right? So, okay, for me, number 1, obviously the elves. That's, like, just my kind of thing. Wait, you can click on them? Oops. Oh, shit, did I just fuck up? Can we get more info on this, or what? Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Well, there's definitely not enough time in a video to go through all those races like this. But that's nuts. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna look through that myself, I guess, because I cannot go through that in the video. The video is gonna be way too long. And I'm a guy, I don't even know how to cut videos and shit, so I can't really do that now. For this video, my number 1, just off of those kind of pictures and the small text, is the elves. Like, I just love elves. I'm 100% gonna try an elf. Maybe if I don't like it, play something else. But elf number 1. Then I really, really, really like the halflings. I think they look kind of cool as well. We got to see how they look in game. Let me click on this. Are those like kind of small people? That's super cool. I really like that. And then third place, probably, not sure, the gnomes, I would say. I can't really... Yeah, they look kind of cool. So, yeah, probably the gnomes. Let me know what you guys are probably going to play if you just look at the hand of this, of those pictures and those texts. Maybe you looked a bit more into it right now than I did. So let me know in the comments down below what, like, your favorite. What's your first race you're going to do in the game? I mean, maybe you're going to change it later, but the first race you're going to try out. If you log into the game tomorrow, which race are you going to play? So for me, it's the elves. So, yeah. I'm going to do another video about Pantheon where we go through the classes, because that's definitely going to be interesting. Because I don't know if every race can play all the classes. I would assume not. Like in a really good MMORPG, I hope not, because there's always a fine line between balance and what an MMORPG is supposed to be, right? Like in my opinion, MMORPG that never had to be balanced, because everyone has its unique role in the game, right? So it's never supposed to be balanced. I think that's more something that newer games adapted to, because there's PvP and you have to make classes balanced, or else it's, you know. But then again, in an MMORPG, you want everyone to fill his unique role. So it's always like a really fine line. But thanks for watching, guys, so much. I got really excited diving back into a bit of Pantheon. And like I said, I'm going to do more videos on it. Thanks for watching. And I hope to see you guys maybe on my stream. It's in the link down below, or in another video. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye. And peace.